Hey, Vikes, good morning. I hope you had a restful weekend. I hope you're ready to get it back at it this next week. I just want to give you a couple updates of what we have going this week, so we're kind of all on the same page. So, topic number one on my list here is the scrimmage uniforms. So, great time scrimmaging. I loved competing on Friday. We're going to need those uniforms back, just the jersey tops, washed hopefully tomorrow. If you really can't get it until Tuesday, that's okay. But those are the JV uniforms, and we've got to get those handed out this week. Um, Speaking of uniforms, varsity should have got all their uniforms on Friday. I think we still have some pant sizing issues. Um, we kind of let our upperclassmen and returners pick first, and the trickle down effect just happens. But things fitting you is more important than your priority in picking. So we may have to be moving some stuff around, and we just need you to be flexible with us on that, especially for like the purple and stuff like that. Um, Everybody should have gotten their team shirts. If you did not, they are in. I think there's a few people that have not. Come and get those from me. We did have an issue with the small size. They sent us a cotton version because the dry fit version is delayed like 2 weeks. So for those of you that have a small shirt, you're going to receive the cotton one now, and then you will get the dry fit one in 2 weeks, and both of them are yours to keep. That was kind of the company's like, hey, my bad. You can keep both. So since you have your shirts, if you could pay the $30 team fee sooner than later, that would be great. There's not a super big deadline, but sooner than later, I think a good deadline to set would be the first of next month or something. If you payday is at the end of the month or something like that. As always, though, if money's an issue, please talk to us and we'll figure out some solution to help you out. It's $30. You can pay on Easy Pay. That should be uploaded. If not, it should be uploaded on Monday if you can't find it right now. And then the other option is you can bring the $30 to the bookkeeper. You can call the bookkeeper and pay over the phone at the high school. I just can't touch money. I'm not allowed to touch ASB funds. So that is the only way that I cannot help in that department except for facilitate where you need to go to pay it. Next thing on my list is so now that all the athletes have their team shirts, we also have a team store that is open and running. I'll include the link on the remind with this video, but that closes Monday at 9 a.m. So if you want to make any orders for grandparents, families, friends, if athletes want more than just what they have, that's a perfect opportunity to go there. And like I said, that closes Monday at 9 a.m. So we also have a really busy week coming up. We have a full week of practice. We have our camp on Saturday. Some people signed up for the early session. Some people signed up for the late session. Some people both. That's great. If you're working both, we're going to provide you lunch. We appreciate you being there. We'll make sure you get fed. There's a few people that have not signed up for a time slot. So if you have not signed up, please make sure you communicate with me so I can kind of put you down. I think we're pretty split there. I haven't checked yet today, but I think last I checked we were at like 37 or 38, and I have a couple emails registration. So my guess is we're up to close to 40, which is awesome. Like I said, it's a straight profit for us. I have somebody that is covering the shirts for the athletes, so we're pretty much making $40 per kid. So this should be a good $1,500, maybe up to $2,000 fundraiser for the program. Throw out some of those nasty practice balls, get some new balls, maybe upgrade those bow nets. Our light flight pregame stuff, those dimple balls, those need to be replaced. So this is a great start for us. Also, hopefully working on those Mariners tickets. The MLB reached an agreement. Yes, thumbs up. So we don't have to worry about when you try to get a ticket to somebody. Well, what if? Well, we shouldn't have the what if. So that's a good sign. And then the last thing to kind of leave you with is, well, not the last thing, one more thing. So this week at practice, we practice 5 days. One of those days will be a short day where we just deal with the windscreen and getting the field game ready. We put a big windscreen up and we need to get that ready. It's kind of an all hands on deck thing. So we may cut one practice short, or we may have a day off in the middle of the week just because I know we have a long week with the camp, and then next week we have a ton of games preserve your bodies, preserve the arms a little bit. So expect that. Be a little bit flexible with me. I'm going to try to coordinate that potential day off with the weather. So it's hard for me to give you a clear like, hey, this is what we're doing. So I'm going to try to monitor the weather, and we'll kind of go and give you as much heads up as we can. So now the last thing, it's kind of our program details that I want to dive into every week. Last week we had our 2 focus goals about taking initiative and communication and stuff like that. This week, to go along with our motto, the standard is the standard. So we have a standard here, and the 2 areas I want to focus on are body language and details. So body language is huge for us. You can look at top programs, top hitters, top pitchers. Failure is part of the game. You're gonna fail. You're gonna have a bad at bat. You're gonna have a great at bat. You're still gonna get out. You're gonna hit a ball hard and it's gonna go right to somebody, and you're gonna view that as a failure. Don't let your body language show it. Move on. Internally, you want to portray to the team and to your opponent and to your coaches that you're confident in your ability and you're able to move on and put failures behind you and move on to the next play. I'm going to share a video with you. It's a basketball coach, one of the most successful coaches actually all time as far as women's basketball goes, Gino Auriemma. And he talks about body language, and he specifically talks about Breanna Stewart. He gives an example of her. If you don't know who she is, she was one of the top college basketball players. She plays for the Seattle Storm. And he took her out of the game, sat her the whole time because she had bad body language, right? Bad body language brings down a team, right? It's a team sport. You individually need to hold yourself accountable to the team by having good body language at all times. So one of the standards we want to focus on is positive body language, giving energy, not taking energy away with negative body language. So that's our first standard. Our second standard that we want to focus on is details. We've had 2 weeks of practice. We're getting big picture where we should be, what we should be doing, but we also want to focus on the details, right? It's not always the result, it's how you get to the result. Hey coach, I made that catch. You're right, but your drop step wasn't good, right? So next time, that may not be the outcome. Hey, this girl just threw 10 straight balls and you swung at the first pitch and got a hit. Well, I'm glad you got a hit, but I'm not sure that's the correct approach. So just focusing on details this week, the little things, doing things right, trying to polish up all those big picture things that we've been focusing on into the details, right? Are you moving your feet on defense? Are you creeping on every pitch? Are you doing those little things that in a close ball game that are going to make a difference, right? Success is in the details, and we truly believe that is one of our standards of the program. So just to bring it back one more time, our 2 focuses this week are positive body language at all times, right? Don't let anybody know you're frustrated. Don't let an opponent see any sign of weakness. You're always up, you're always motivated, your head's always high, and you're always confident in your abilities. There's no pressure because this is something you've prepared for. So positive body language. The second one is details. Focus on the details. Do the details correct. Even if you didn't do the details correct and it led to a positive outcome, that's great, but still focus on doing it right every single time and being better at those minor things that we know can make a difference in a really close ball game. Just go through my checklist really quick. I think that's it. So have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. I will see you on Monday right after school. Let's keep our fingers crossed the weather's good for us. Go Bikes, and let's get better. Let's get better this week as we prepare for games next week.